Hi, I'm Rani Zeller. I'm the author of the How to Kinesiology workshops, and I'm also the author of the books. The books are available as an EPUB, as a paperback. The courses are run online and they're also run face-to-face. Every single treatment that you ever do boils down to page 17 on the formula book. Every single treatment. So step 1 is talk about your goals. What is their problems? What is it that they want to fix? How will they know when they get there? Step 2 is the pre-test. So with all kinesiologies, we always have pre-tests. You might have some of your own pre-tests as well. I've just listed the ones that come up the most often. So very, very importantly, the first one, are you 100% in the present moment? Which means if you're not in the present moment, you're not going to heal properly. Okay, then we continue down and we're obviously checking for hydration and permission to test in the step 1. Step 3, find all the information that is blocking this healing. Very first thing that I would do is I would get the specific issue in circuit, and within this treatment I would be going, is it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual or nutritional? So they're very easily laid out here. So depending on what your answer is, depends on where you will go to in the tabs on the book. Then from there, you've got choices. Do I age recess? Do I find out more information? How does this relate? Get the client engaged and talking with you. Once you've got that, you've got a choice of going 2 ways now. You can come back and recheck it all, or you can continue down and do the correction procedure. For me, it depends either way. If I've got enough information on one specific issue, I'm going to go through and do the correction procedure. If I feel like it was something that I needed to crack before I got into the bigger issue, I would come back up and go again, is it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual or nutritional? It also says down here, check your other books, manuals or references. So depending on what other modalities you've got or what other life experience you've got, that's where you put it in. So we need, this is the sandwich, like this is all the information that we need to get. And this part here is probably going to take the bulk of the session. Then we're going to come down into the correction procedures, and it's got tab points. So go through each one of these. And if, for example, you get, I've got here access optimal frequency or vibration to give and receive this correction level. So I'm just going to use this one for an example. If I get no indicator muscle change, that's telling me that there's an issue or a stress or some glitch that needs to be corrected there. So every single one of these are designed so that you have to get an indicator change for it to be able to keep going on. So if we've got no change, no indicator muscle change, that's telling me that one of us aren't able to access the right frequency. So let me just explain that really quickly. If you've got a virus or a parasite, the frequency you need to use is extremely low. It's not a high spiritual wow frequency, because those viruses belong on a low frequency. So it's almost like homeopathic. We've got to knock it out at that low frequency, which is a real wow factor, because we end up going into all the things that we think we know how to correct it, but it's actually the really low frequency that we need. So instead of actually finding out what the frequency is, all we need to say is access the optimal frequency, and that will give it to you. And then asking the client as well to access the optimal frequency. So once we've got that, then we can continue on down through the rest of the correction procedures, and then we can correct it. So what I've got here is some of the correction procedures, and they're on the following page, correction strategies. Again, I've broken it down into, is it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual or nutritional? Now you will notice that these are very basic ones, and they're done like that on purpose, because at the bottom here you've got other, and that's where you as a professional kinesiologist will put in your own tweaks and your own modalities and your own other correction procedures. But this is also designed for parents on the go, so it's got to be very, very simple and very, very plain. Once you have the correction procedures done, we can then flip back over to the formula page. And the last part we need to do is the treatment completion checks. So they're the kind of things that we're going to be saying, is there anything else that we need? So maybe because we've done a correction, we now have some new stuff that comes up. So we can do the corrections. Then we can see, are you going to keep the gains? Are you not going to undo the gains? Are you going to welcome all the healing, not going to sabotage? We can then also go on and see if there's a processing time. And we will do that by muscle testing. So that's in relation to the topic that we have just done work on. It's quite simple, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much for watching all the tutorials. I've really enjoyed teaching you, and I really hope that you got a lot out of this. What I'd like to do now is to support you continuously with doing some FaceTime or Zoom demonstrations with you. And my goal is to show you new topics. So maybe it's like working with the autoimmune, maybe it's working with stroke, maybe it's working with chronic fatigue, depression, anything. What I'd like is to get a network of people together, and we all come together once a month and we start to talk about real situations. And what I'm going to do is show you through my books and give you direct page numbers and pages and book numbers and everything to work through, so that you're starting to get to learn to play in it and enjoy it. Finally, I know that you're all asking, where can you buy the books? Where you can buy the books is through Amazon, and you can buy them as an EPUB, and you can also buy them as a paperback. If you'd also like to do one of my online courses, please go through baysidekinesiology.com, and there you can download the courses. Take as long as you want or as quick as you want to be able to do them. As soon as the final submission's been put in, a certificate will come up, and that course is accredited through IICT, which is International Institute of Complementary Therapies. If you'd like to find out more information really quickly, click the link below, and that'll get you my free access to my kinesiology page, as well as you can like me on Facebook and Instagram.